You're the one I can't stand the most. Just Shidou is just I mean, I guess kind of unintentionally rage baiting as. Is he a doctor or something? Is that what he means by killing people? He let people die? See, with this one, some of them are wilted and some of them aren't. Alright, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another MILGRAM reaction. This time around, we've got Shidou, I believe. Low-key, I do not have any idea what to really think of, you know? Because usually I kind of look at the character and be like, they might be this type. Honestly, I don't know. And then I can't really remember too much from that very first video with the, like, character introductions or something. I can't really remember too much from those. So we're just gonna dive right in and see what's popping. We've got the voice drama, then we're gonna check out the music video, and then end on the interrogation questions and, you know, talk about my thoughts and all that in between. So let's get started. Also happy Black History Month. That's why I got my kufi on. He's being very polite and calm. ミルグラムはお前たち囚人の罪を明らかにし、適切な判断を下すために存在している。そのために僕といくつか話をしよう。よろしくお願いします。尋問といっても、現段階では手荒な真似をするつもりはない。また、虚偽も黙秘も認めている。なるほど。言いたくないことは言わないかもしれませんが、嘘はつかないつもりです。シド、ミルグラムの生活はどうだ？環境への不満や囚人間での問題は発生していないか？特に何の不自由もなく、囚人同士も特に問題は起きていません。Like he's being neutral as fuck right now. Which I mean, I guess that's valid in this, you know, predicament. I forgot I can't speak Japanese. I looked away trying to listen to what they're saying. 僕が間違っているのは分かっているんだが、今までに比べてスムーズに進行しすぎていて、なんだかちょっと気持ち。S is like, yo, this one's kind of chill. Something ain't right. シュド、お前はミルグラムに対しての疑問はないのか？そうですね。もちろんここは明らかにおかしい。建築様式も使われている文字も見たことがないものだ。夢や幻を見ているという方が納得できます。しかし、それにしては意識は生命。脈も正常値の範囲。幻覚症状と見られるようなものもない。その説は俺の中では薄い。ほう。あとは死後の世界ですでにここが地獄であるという線を除くとすると、ここは現実。俺自体は正常で異常な場所にいる。Like the way he's talking right now, you'd forget that he's supposedly a murderer. 冷静だな。それは正確ですね。単純に悪くないと思っているんですよ。ここのこと。ミルグラムを。ここは俺を殺してくれる。何？せっかくの機会ですし。Golden opportunity. S 君、君が囚人の処遇を決めているんでしょ？ああ、そうだな。俺は死刑を希望しています。He wants to die? What the hell? お前たちが自分の処置を決めることはできない。Maybe he did some crazy shit. He's like, yeah, just take me out. ですから、その権利を有している看守の S 君にお願いをしているんです。
前が自分の罪に対して反省と後悔をし、極刑を望んでいるというのは受け取った。参考にしよう。僕はその態度を考慮し、考える。
Some people aren't strong enough to slip and slide themselves. I mean, either that or he's like not really giving a fuck, to be honest. Like, he's like, hey, if y'all gonna kill me, go ahead and do it. I don't know. This one's very interesting in the fact that you can immediately get an idea exactly what's going on and where he's at.
もちろんそういうアピールを見せているだけという可能性も残したままな。
S 君とミルグラムの目的が何かは分かりません。心から歌と映像を取り出し、罪を判断すると言っていましたね。
ああ、それがどうした？
そんなまだるっこしい真似をする必要はないんですよ。正しい罰を与えたいなら、さっさと俺を殺せば済む話ですよ。
しつこいぞシド。立場をわきまえろ。
聞いてください S 君。
Oh, he's killed lots of people for a selfish reason.
利己的な理由でも殺しているし、正真正銘の立派な殺人者です。許す理由もないし、許されたいとも思っていない。
He said he doesn't care about being forgiven either. This is definitely a weird one.
俺に殺された人間も、その家族も納得しないでしょう。
知ったことか。僕は被害者の味方というわけでもなければ家族でもない。そもそも僕が決めるのは許すか許さないかだけだ。その後の刑の内容までは知らん。
そうなんですか。S 君も知らないことが多いんですね。
お前らのその後のことを知ることで、許すかどうかをフラットに判断できなくなるのを避けるためのものだと理解しているがな。
しかし、ここからは死の匂いがします。きっとミルグラムの行き着く先には何かしらの死が待っています。
死の匂い？
ええ、経験上なんとなくわかるんです。
Place filled with the smell of the dead.
匂いが充満している場所。
そうなのか。どちらにせよ、ミルグラムは三神性だ。じっくり許す許さないを判断させてもらう。お前が許されたくないと願おうと、僕が許すべきと判断すれば遠慮なく許させてもらう。
三神性ね。
He said, I want this shit over immediately. He said, throw me on the chair right now.
ルールに文句を言うな。
三神性ということは、例えば俺が一審で許されず控訴をしなければ、その場で処遇が決まるのでは？
それは日本法の三神性だ。ミルグラムのものとは違う。一旦そこら辺の常識を捨てろ。そもそも日本で言えば監獄法の廃止に伴い、監獄自
Due to the abolition of the prison law, this sort of prison shouldn't be exist in the first place. Kangoku were essentially comprised of keimusho, for those people serving a sentence, and kochijo for suspects, those who are awaiting a sentence or those on death row. They operated under the prison law. Due to the abolition of the prison law in 2007, those facilities are no longer called kangoku, but are now referred to as keiji shisetsu. So what do they mean though? Like, so it's a facility comprised of people serving a sentence, and then it says for suspects, those who are awaiting a sentence or those on death row. So then, like, they don't have, like, facilities of people awaiting their sentence or something? Like, I don't understand. Because, like, the way this description is saying, it's like, oh, they just renamed this shit to this. I don't know. Y'all can let me know. Sometimes things just go over my head.
体存在していないはずだ。どうした？目を丸くして。
あ、いや、子供なのにたくさん勉強したのだなと思って。
おい、バカにしてるのか、お前。
え？ああ、いえ、そんなことは。
To be fair, we're trying to understand something in a different culture, right? Yeah, that's why it's like hopefully someone like, and maybe for simplification, just look at jail versus prison. I guess so.
ある。さっきから気になっていた。S 君と舐めた呼び方を。僕は。
It's the way nobody be respecting S.
それは理解しています。しかし、君は
They're like, who is this child?
倍近く生きているであろう俺からすると。
なんだ。
君みたいな子供がこの役割を任されていることへの同情を感じます。
はあ？
君が看守をやっている事情も理由も知りませんが、きっと苦悩もあることでしょう。
See, I'm saying, look, I said this shit at the start when we watched the introduction, and then I mentioned it also when Moo kind of like clocked him and they started kind of like hyperventilating and shit. And then here it goes again, like Shidou's calling it out. Like, we don't necessarily know what the hell S's position is in all of this, because and it seems like S doesn't know either. So then it's like, what's going on behind the scenes with that?
頑張ってくださいね。
Pat's head is crazy.
なるほど。
That's about to crash out.
なるほどな。そうかそうか。
Hello? You good?
気安く頭を触るな。
Damn. Oh, yeah, they did get mad.
ちょっと待ってください。
はあ、せっきり。
突然すねを蹴るのは良くない。
黙れ。お前が今までの囚人でダントツ。
You're the one I can't stand the most.
知った風な口で大人ぶって冷静な顔しやがって。甘つさえ僕の頭をポンポンしやがって。
Just Shido is just I mean, I guess kind of unintentionally rage baiting S.
手荒な真似はしないと言いませんでしたっけ？
ケースバイケースだ。
なんという。
おいシド、何が死を望んでいるだ。バカにするなよ。必死に生きたいと願え。生への執着があるからこそ。
Like they are mad.
存在するのだ。お前の存在は
That shit is hilarious.
S 君。
すねを切られれば痛みがあるだろう。痛ければうめき声を上げるだろう。涙が出るだろう。
ええ。
ざまあ見ろ。お前が死にたいと嘘吹いても、その痛みはお前の肉体が死にたくないと叫んでいるのと同じだ。生きているうちはきちんと生きろ。死んだような顔をするな。そんな大人が。
Damn, you know, they kind of clocked him there though.
以上。
なるほど。痛みがあるのは生きたい証拠だと。
I mean, that's just a bodily response, but
ですが、反論させてもらうと、俺のすねの侵害受容器が痛みを感受し、脊髄、そして脳へ痛みの信号を伝播したというだけの。
Exactly.
すぎません。
That has nothing to do with what he want to do.
ですから俺が死にたいと思っていても意志に関係なく
Jose Clapper, I don't, welcome, yo, welcome and thank you for the follow. And welcome to the stream. Very funny name.
素敵な間違いだと思います。眩しくて目を背けたくなるほど。やはり君は子供です。でも
Yo, stop trying to rage bait. Don't say child.
時間か。
歌を抽出するというやつですか。興味深いですね。俺からどのようなものが出てくるのか。
どこまでも冷静だな。言い残したことはあるか。
ああ、そうだ。他の囚人がどう思っているかはわかりませんが。
I fully agree with it.
ミルグラム自体には賛成なんです。
そうらしいな。
俺は正真正銘の殺人者です。いつ裁きが下っても構わない。ですが、できるなら法律に許さないと言われるよりも S 君みたいな子に許さないと言われたかったんです。
はあ？
この役割には同情もするし、俺の死を押し付ける申し訳なさもある。でも君がいい。
What?
俺に似合いの終わり方をくれる。
お前何を言っているんだ。そういう特殊な
さてどうでしょうね。とにかく俺の今の目標は君に罰されることです。正しい判断を下すことを期待しています。
前提が違う。僕の判断こそが正しい。それがミルグラムだ。
じゃあ君が正しいことを期待します。
言ってろ。
俺をちゃんと許さないでくださいね、S 君。
何度も言わせるな。お前の希望など知るか。囚人番号5番シダ。
This might be the weirdest voice drama. Definitely the weirdest voice drama so far. But let's, you know, I don't have much to say other than like this was a very weird interaction. But let's go ahead and check this video and see what we can get from it. All right, let's see. So it's called, the music video is called Throw Down. Is he a doctor or something? He a doctor? Is that what he means by killing people? He let people die? Choose how to live your life. The flowers are wilting. Please don't forgive me. That's why I want this to end. Stabbing you with my words. And these patients seem angry. Or at least the... If it's not needed, I'm not interested. The value can't be the same as another. Ethics is a delusion. I'm still guilty of, and if the morning comes. So now it's a creation with different flowers. But now it's crumbling. Please don't forgive me. Okay. Supplies are kind of a symbolism thing to my understanding. Yeah, there was a part, was it this one? See, with this one, some of them are wilted and some of them aren't. Like, this one's fine, but then this one is. Like, there was, the beginning, all of them were fine. Then there was one where they were all wilted. And then there's this one where some of them are and some of them aren't. The implications for this one are kind of insane, but I won't say my piece unless you want me to after you come to your own conclusions. Well, okay. I thought well, first of all, I guess talk about the song. I thought the song was really chill, really nice, but sorry, I just sneezed. Okay. See, the way, so what I was thinking is like, in general, like just off of certain verses and also just the fact that he's a doctor, I was thinking maybe like when it comes to the people that he's trying to save and it's like, oh, choose how to live your life and shit, like I was thinking maybe he's choosing like it's not about like saving everyone, and that maybe it's like, you know, some of these people are kind of throwing away their life with how they're choosing to get through their sickness, their illnesses, maybe. Like, for example, like, you know how some people, and again, I'm just throwing this out, okay? I really don't know, but I'm like, you know, some people, for example, like some people diagnosed with cancer will go through the treatments to try and get through it, right? So that they can try to be around longer. But then there's also people who decide, fuck all of that, and I still want to live my life like the rest of my life how I want, and not be, and even if I go out sooner, like I don't want to be sitting there constrained and living that kind of way with the treatments. So I was thinking that like maybe this is something similar to that, especially when like later on some of these flowers are wilting and some of them are fine. And then like that might be like them representing that. But then he's also feeling guilty when some of these people are dying. No, that's actually an interesting way to look at it. Because, like, I just feel like, you know, I just see it that way because I just know that there's a lot of people that do kind of see life that way. Especially when it was just, like, again, choose your way to live and stuff like that. And then, like, it's not like all of these flowers are dying or living. And then also just the fact that, like, we see people that are, like, angry and crying. Maybe this is, you know, maybe this is the parents of a patient and they're pissed off because he didn't do enough or something. I'm not really sure. And then, like, there's a lot of emphasis on, like, oh, you're still living. And I feel like, okay, well, what that can mean can be different for each patient, which is actually something he did say at some point during this video. I don't remember where, but he did say something along the lines of, like, shit, I just had a brain fart. What was I about to say? Fuck. Shit, well, okay, I don't remember what it was that he said during this, but there was something that kind of just, like, supports what I was saying, where it's like, so what people see as living can be different depending on the person. And there was a verse somewhere that was similar to that aspect. And it's just like, you know, some people might see living as, hey, I want to live the way I want to live. Some people might see it as, hey, like, I just need to literally survive this. And even if I'm going through these treatments or what have you, you know, I'm still alive and I'm still fighting. But again, not everyone is going to see that the same. So, with that being said, it's very easy to see him as a murderer if he's letting people die. And it's not even to say that he's letting them die, but, you know, he's, like, even in the trial, he's considering himself a murderer. And he also, unlike other people and that we've seen in their voice dramas, that, like, usually in the voice drama, they're like, oh yeah, someone was murdered. And it's like, whether the person says it was their fault or not, what have you, it's like, whatever. But, like, in Shidou specifically, like, he's the only person that was like, oh yeah, I've killed multiple people. And then I feel like during a lot of this video, he's kind of like having this, like, chill and smile, like this chill expression. But then sometimes when the consequences happen, then he's sad. And it's like, fuck. So it's honestly like, this is still kind of like, I know this shit's probably a lot more obvious for other people. But hey, I'm bad at this kind of stuff sometimes. Like, I can't even tell you what this meant. I can't even tell you what that meant. But, and then, like, the replacing with hope stuff, I feel like kind of goes along with the idea I had. As for the meaning of throw down, then it's like, again, I mean, maybe it has to do with, like, whether you want to throw down and fight this, you know, do it, like, have this battle against said illness or not, you know? So you're actually half right, half wrong with your theory. It's just very interesting because I've personally never seen someone come to your conclusions that way. Really? I don't know. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing or a neutral thing. But yeah, I just felt like that was the natural thing to kind of, you know, assume. Especially since, like, I feel like, you know, ultimately when you're a doctor of all people having to deal with that, like having to deal with that where you have a patient that you really want to help and save, but they don't want to go through with that shit. That can feel fucked up too. But I don't know. Good, I think. I think is crazy. But yeah, that's my thoughts right now. I guess we'll just stay tuned for his next trials on like how I'm understanding what's happening. But yeah, I'm not too sure about this person made of multiple flowers and then crumbling down and him being like, "Oh shit, don't forgive me." Other than what I was saying, actually, okay, I'm seeing. See, okay, whenever I saw it was multiple flowers, I was thinking maybe it's like maybe it was like a transplant situation. Like maybe he's a surgeon, and that like, trying to transplant these organs into this person, and that shit didn't work, and they still died. Because even with this, like there was a lot of these tags following earlier, and with this it's like saying like, oh, I think that says who, and it's like their name and then the organ. But yeah, getting closer and fast. But then if this is like, I don't know how specific this is though. Like I don't know if this is like a situation where this is specifically about that subject or that topic, or if this is something that can also be generalized, because I think what my theory was more generalized, whereas like if this is about surgery and organ transplants, then it's gonna be a little bit, then of course it's more specific. I would have to think a little bit more on this if it's that specific though. I want to draw your attention to a part earlier in the song. But he is taking healthy flowers from dying flower beds and moving them into ones that weren't. Because yeah, all these are dead. Like, this is like a what the fuck did you do to them moment. So like maybe he's like, so basically like, he's picking and choosing like who the fuck he's saving. Like, oh, the value can't be the same as another or some shit, because he's like, oh yeah, I don't value this life, so I'm gonna go ahead and fucking try to save these people, and like picking and choosing. So that's why people are like parents are fucking pissed and shit, because it's like, what the fuck? Oh, so what are like, so what, like, not everybody was created equal, and you're gonna sit here and pick and choose who the fuck you can save and not save. Between superiority and inferiority. Hmm. This one is interesting. And then just the ethics of it. And then I'm assuming that the person he picked to try to save or some shit ended up dying anyways. So then they're like, oh my god, I'm killing all these people. I killed the people I hoed, and then the person I tried to save died too. Yeah, because all the clues to tell you what was going on, for the most part, are all over. Okay. I'm very intrigued by this case, for sure. Like, I think of the ones I've seen so far, in terms of seeing it progress, I really want to see this one progress. I really want to see Moo's progress, and I want to see Fuda's progress. I mean, honestly, technically, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to see them all progress. To be fair, like this has been like cool to watch. You know, like I've even like been saying to a lot, like replying to a lot of the comments, saying like, yeah, like, you know, depending on like whatever character it was on that video they commented on, I'm like, yeah, I'm really curious to see how such and such like continues and such and such. Like, this is just really cool. But let me go ahead and check the interrogation questions. All right. Let's see. We got, why did you choose your current workplace? Because I thought it'd let me contribute to society. Okay. Is there someone you can confide in? They're already gone now. Have you ever cheated on your partner? I have not. Is there anything you treasure? Family. What if he tried to save family and they died? What if he was trying to save family and they fucking died? Is there someone you don't like among the prisoners? There's none for me. But I think Amane might not like me that much. It saddens me. Amane? Oh, that's the little girl. Okay. What are you willing to sacrifice for love? Everything. Yeah, see, look, yeah, he's sacrificing them other people. Are there people you'd be leaving behind after you die? Not anymore. Yeah, so he has no family at this point then. Because that's what he treasures and he has nothing anymore. What's something that's more painful than death? It's having your loved one die. So that's why he's so like ready to die. That's why he's so ready for them to like, all right, death penalty, because like he has no reason to keep going. What do you wish from your lover? I hope they can remain healthy. How many lovers have you had so far? 4, I suppose. Would you rather be the one to confess your love, or would you rather receive a confession? I think I'm the type to prefers to be the one confessing. What are your recent hobbies? I think it'd be drawing because I've been bored lately. What's your favorite food? Fish and chawanmushi? What is that? Oh, it's like a soup. Oh wait, teacup steam? Steamed in a tea bowl. A savory egg custard dish in Japanese cuisine. It looks yummy. Next. If you could bring someone back to life, who would you choose? I can't choose anyone. Interesting. Does that mean that he's had, like, he really has had multiple people that he, like, treasures that have died? So then he just can't pick one? How much do you have in your savings? It's not something you'd ask people. Like, why are you pocket watching? What's the definition of happiness? To be promised an unchanging tomorrow. Damn. What animal are you like? Perhaps a ray. There's no particular reason, I just like them. Which prisoner are you closest to? I'd say Mr. Mukuhara. Mukuhara? Oh, that's the older dude, Kazui. We're both old men, and we're together in the smoking room. What do you think happens when people die? I like the concept of transmigration. I wish it so. What do you think about smoking? People tell me to stop because it's bad for my health. But I smoke because I want to be unhealthy. You want to be unhealthy? How do you think you should atone for your sin? You should decide that, please. Yeah, he looks like he seems like he knows this situation is kind of fucked. So he's just like, look, just cast your judgment, let it be over with, let's call it a day. But yeah, this one was different, definitely like really weird going in at the start with the voice drama, but then getting really interesting with like actually seeing this play out. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the future trials. But yeah, if you enjoyed this react, I know I'd be sitting here confused as hell. I'd be confused as hell on all these, but I'll be trying. Some I'm better at than others. But this one was a cool one. If you enjoyed the reaction, I'd appreciate a like. Go ahead and subscribe for more. There's gonna be plenty of these reactions coming out. I'm trying to do 2 characters a week. And also, I did just recently make the MILGRAM playlist of all of the ones I've done all in one playlist. So if you've missed any out, you can go ahead and check in the description and I will drop the playlist there. And yeah, stay tuned for the next trial.